I've been selling my soul, working all day, overtime hours for bullshit pay, so I can sit out here and waste my life away, drag back home and drown my troubles away. It's a damn shame what the world's gotten to for people like me, people like you. Wish I could just wake up and it not be true, but it is. Oh, it is living in the new world with an whole soul. These rich men north of Richmond, Lord knows they all just wanna have total control. Wanna know what you think, wanna know what you do, and they don't think you know, but I know that you do, 'cause your dollar ain't shit, and it's taxed to no end, 'cause the rich men.
Shut the fuck up, fat man. This ain't none of your goddamn business.
Hey, what's going on? It's the Malcolm Go podcast. It's August 23rd, 2023. Fresh off of the second preseason football match between the New England Patriots and the Green Bay Packers, which was halted due to a vaccine injury, I believe. Not sure exactly what it was, but
we will not compare a true football player to Damar Hamlin's incident. We won't do that.
Where are we here? I can't find your fucking faces on my phone, on my computer.
Wait, what song did you start us off with?
No, I
here?
started with fucking, and then I started a little, and then I played a little Pulp Fiction. I'm getting really fucking bored with that guy's fucking. First of all, you'll never be a superstar. You've got red hair. That's rule number one. And I don't care about this. I hate just sing about hound dogs and whiskey. No one needs to hear about fucking
but he's
blue collar, working class hero.
This is a new stance. He's got the number one song in the world right now. By the way,
Tom Green. Tom Green had the number one song in the world. People know, he humped a dead moose. A hump a dead moose. A hump a dead moose. You don't remember? Number one song in the world. It means nothing. Means nothing.
Look, do I think his music's good? No, I don't. Do I think the words he's saying are meaningful to this world? Of course. I think.
See, that's the thing.
That's where we get. Where we depart.
It's like if a fifth grader were to write like lyrics to a song. That's how intelligent this fucking idiot is.
He's just an old soul living in a new world. Am I right, Todd?
Oh my god, dude, this guy stinks.
They are literally fucking out of the old country handbook. That guy, first of all, got a fucking $5,000 guitar with an unbelievable setup. He's got 4K cameras surrounding him and his fucking dog in the woods.
Let's be honest.
Maybe on my porch, drinking a beer.
Maybe if we took the
sit here and think.
If we took the same
on the brink of World War II. Oh my god, does this guy stink? He's fucking just crybaby fucking loser.
Just a little moonshine before the nukes fly.
Wait, if we took the same stance of this podcast, we might blow up.
I've just never it's just the amount of crying a guy who claims he works hard does. Like, that guy does not work hard. He's fat and out of shape. This guy is a lazy piece of shit. And he just goes, I'm just waking up every day around 10:30 and probably eating cereal, you fat loser. Shut up.
Let's not go negative on cereal. But he's waking up in the morning trying to get my cigarettes, and they raise the price again, and they're $8 in Virginia.
My government debit card doesn't seem to work when I want to buy meth from my cousin Jeffrey.
My sister's ass looks real tight today, but the jaw in my jaw's hurting my gums, they say. I got black gums I can't wait. In fucking 2 months, Kanye's gonna have a verse on one of his songs. They're gonna have him. They're gonna be standing back to back,
defending my wife because her cousin wants to sleep with her.
A black man stepped on my tree this day. He came near my house, so I shoot him away. This guy's doing the old bait and switch. He's gonna be like in about I don't know a month after everyone this guy's the best. He's gonna be on Jimmy Fallon, and then he'll be on fucking Jimmy Kimmel. Be doing the rounds in the same green T-shirt, and then
I did hear a rumor.
Lyrics, he's gonna just cut me off like I don't have a. Like,
I heard,
hey, just go ahead, just roll on through, KP.
I can't
just
take
go ahead.
it.
Just
I
fucking
can't take
ramble
it.
on through.
Y'all are hating on my White Knight too much. I heard he's singing the national anthem for the Eagles game.
No, not a chance.
I
I had a whole fucking thing lined up, and KP comes fucking bulldozing in.
I won't take it.
That's the type of. That's the.
Yeah, that's what he's gonna do. He's gonna fly to Massachusetts for what? What was that even?
I won't fly in your jet. I don't take a canoe. He's gonna fucking wagon. I'm a wagon on up to New York City to see the Jews. Won't see the Jews. That's that. Yeah, he's gonna be on Saturday Night Live, and all of a sudden you're just gonna see a lyric come out and say, "What did he just say? Jews in that? Jews are the problem. You can see their horns."
Wow.
If you put that beat behind us, we could sing that same exact thing. It would take us 15 minutes to come up with one of his songs.
All you gotta do is strain your voice real hard. It's like, when I know you're gonna cut me down, and it sounds just like him. I'm on the top of my game. I'm singing on a banjo.
Oh, we could be the 3 least talented people maybe on Zoom right now in the world.
God damn it. So what? I didn't finish high school. This country's cutting me down. I don't like to read, and I can't get a job. It's like,
is he talking about minors like children or minors like with a pickaxe?
Yeah, he's talking about minors with a pickaxe. You idiot.
No, he said that, but he goes, would this country stop worrying about minors getting molested and start worrying about the coal miners?
Yeah, please. Look, listen, they fucking have been shipping in Mexicans to do that work that you white people don't want to do for decades. So calm down.
Have y'all, speaking of minors, have you watched Tyler Childers' new YouTube, his like music video about gay minors?
Certainly not.
It's an odd.
What are you talking about?
It's an odd experience.
Why is that on your radar?
I like Tyler.
No,
that's like what this guy is like trying to be is Tyler Childers.
Tyler Childers, famous redhead, by the way, famous redhead.
It's kind of red, yeah. It's more of a strawberry blonde.
But he's actually talented. He's super talented.
Yeah, it's the one difference is he has it.
You ever hear fucking I want to love you out loud or some shit? That song by Ed Sheeran. Come on, that fucking.
I do. We do need to see. We need to see if we can reach out to this guy's camera crew and get him to film us. Oh, yeah. They are good.
No, exactly. I mean, he's really hurting for cash. He's got a Hollywood fucking video crew behind him.
I gotta say, piggybacking off the end of last podcast into the beginning of this one might be 2 of the funniest segments in the history of our podcast.
Malcolm Go podcast. So
I know we really went at Fireman Ed back in like 2017 pretty hard. If you want to go in the archives.
Fireman Ed? Not Fireman Ed. Is it Fireman Ed? Why can't I think of his name? Yeah, it's Ed, right?
Yeah, I had a good fire. I went at Fireman Ed on Twitter today. Yesterday.
We told him once he quit, we really we just destroyed him.
Went into him.
We had a good time.
He blocked me on Twitter, and I think that when Elon said that he wasn't going to remove the block button, I was like, I'm coming, baby, I'm coming. Prepare yourself, Ed. I don't even think he's on Twitter anymore, unless I just can't search for him anymore.
His mother's basement doesn't have
Ed Anzalone. Isn't that his name? Ed Anzalone. He's a Gumbats. He's a really Gumbats.
Yeah. Oddly, he has the exact same amount of skill as that guy who's singing that song.
Put that tin guitar around his head. He was leading the fucking Darrell Revis cheer at the fucking Hall of Fame. Oh, that's my guy. That's my guy up there. He's fucking grabbing at all his friends. This is my guy. He's a New York Jet. I bleed green. Hitting fucking toy airplanes into each other. Look at it. Flying toy airplanes around. It's a jet. Shooting down dolphins. He's in his basement and his wife's upstairs. Ed, spaghetti. And he's downstairs. He's pretending his jet's shooting a dolphin. Pew, pew. Pew, pew. A little buffalo on the floor. Pew, pew. I despise Fireman Ed. Ever since I think he came to the 2009 playoff. Like, I didn't like him before. I was mildly annoyed by him. I'm always mildly annoyed by a super fan and a mascot, but that has nothing to do with it. But he's kind of like both. He's mascot / super fan. and he was at the game where the Patriots lost to the Jets in the playoffs, the Rex Ryan team, the can't wait game, and he was on somebody's shoulders in the end zone. I could see him from my seat doing the Jets chant, and I was like, this guy, I hope that the whole part of the stadium explodes. I didn't care how many Patriots fans died. I wanted the whole place to go up in flames.
Normally we bully, kids that are like 18, 19 at Patriots games, but we're willing to go after him. We'll make
I'll go
an
after a
exception.
firefighter. I don't care. Oh, what does he do all day anyway besides barbecue? I heard he wasn't even a real firefighter. He's not a New York City firefighter. I know that. Some random town in New Jersey.
Yeah, he's a suburban volunteer.
He's definitely got a side job. He's like a fucking plumber as well. He's wrangling turds out of turlets and then coming up and fucking doing half a day just to say he's a fireman.
I gotta know how they afford those tickets, because like I was dabbling in the Patriots tickets just to see what the prices were like to go watch the Patriots play in Dallas, just to see. And I mean, the seats these people sit in are like $2,000 for a game, and I'm like, I'm not doing that.
Not my seats, not me. Couldn't be me.
No,
I don't know the big deal.
Sit in row like 3, right down like by the field where all these like super fans sit. I'm like, what are you doing?
It's called
It
credit
might not
card
be
day.
that much. I mean, if you get season tickets, I bet you they're probably like, fifth row. Like if they're the closer they are to the 50, obviously they're more. But like fifth row, I bet they'd be like $400 a ticket, something like that.
Yeah.
Well, Dallas tickets, the Cowboys.
It's called
Cowboys
Capital
tickets
One.
are a joke.
You're in secondary. You're on the secondary market, man. You're not getting season ticket price. If you were getting season ticket price, a whole different ball game. You can sell your Patriots tickets right now for as much as you want.
We've already hacked the system at Gillette. You buy tickets as you walk into the stadium.
You buy them on StubHub for less than face value after kickoff. It's the GOAT.
You buy them for $46 and you just go sit
Wherever you want. I just sit and I go to the beer garden and stand there in the fucking bar tables. That's what I did for the big Marcus Jones kickoff return. Was elite. So that was a good preseason games, boys. I thought Mac was cooking with gas with Fish Earl.
I love this. I like this offense, by the way. I just like it.
It's back. It's still the offensive line is still a shit show. But
that's the only thing is if they're good and healthy, I think they can be solid, healthy, but they have to get healthy. It's the same. It's going to be like you don't really know what you're getting with this team unless. But Owenu is back at practice.
Owenu is back.
Is he going to play guard or is he going to play tackle? Like what?
He has to play anywhere.
He's playing right guard.
Yeah, guard and put Rafe at right tackle, or you got that kid Anderson, or you got that guy.
McDermott.
Yeah, you get some players. I mean, you got nobody great, but some people that will figure it out, get better as they go. As long as you got Trent Brown, I haven't seen Strange hasn't come back yet, but he's got some time.
He said he's close. I heard he's close.
They said essentially he's just coming, like it's gonna happen.
You idiot.
Are we nervous? I mean, you get the Eagles week 1. That D-line is obviously a force.
I mean, you figured that you're going to get beat by the Eagles anyway. So,
yeah, but Tommy comeback game.
Listen, that's a Tommy Magic game. You can't ever doubt that. Tommy just brings magic to the people. And Mac looked like Tommy climbing the pocket. Listen, he was moving. He was articulating the pocket. You know what I mean? Just all over the place, climbing it. There was a lot of pressure on him, and he was doing a little Tom Brady magic in that pocket. Slide to the left, slide to the right.
When he lobbed that muffin, lobbed the muffin to Devontae, and it hit his hands. I was upset. I'm gonna be honest.
Yeah, that was a good muffin.
This might be a hot take, but I think I might like preseason football better than regular season football because
that is a
you
very
see
hot
them
take.
do it.
Flaming hot
take. That might be a hot take. I'm gonna give you that.
Because here's the thing: you see them do anything good, and you're like, well, "All right, well, this guy's that's all pro. Let's walk." We have about 7 or 8 all pro guys.
Shut them down. Shut them down for this season.
And then as soon as they do something like really bad, you're like, "Oh, well, it's preseason. It doesn't even count."
You're standing with like people that I wasn't watching it with. I was watching with my wife's uncle and my nephew, both who so you've got like the two like what do you call it? Like the two like opposite ends
of the
fans.
spectrum.
Yeah, so you have like an older guy who watched the Patriots be shit for 100 years. He was like, they're just gonna suck forever, and like you can't like erase that from their brain. Doesn't matter how many times they won the Super Bowl. Like he hates Belichick right now. He's like, he's arrogant. Fuck him. I'm at his house, so I'm like, I couldn't like, we're not gonna have an argument here, but I really want to. Let's go. I'm ready to have one at this moment. And then my nephew was like, yeah, this team sucks. I hate Mac. I love Patrick Mahomes. I was like, you're 7. Calm down. And like I'm trying to argue with both. I like got them both on both ends, like the devil and the two devils on my shoulder, and I'm sitting there trying to watch the game, and they both just tell me how bad they all suck. I'm like, they're not trying right now. They're doing different things. They're like not even rushing the passer. And
I just can't take Mac hate. Mac's been good. Mac was fine. He was getting molested. Mac was moving.
Yeah, the best. I mean, he threw the ball well. I mean, he found open guys, but again, there's too much pressure coming on the edge. Fucking the strip sacks.
Look my
TV.
TV.
Even do.
I don't know how to turn my camera around.
Oh, here he is. Was that Fox News? Was that faux news?
Wait, what are you doing? Are you watching Fox News right now?
The debate is on.
The
debate's on.
Stop trying to educate yourself on the. It's the GOP debate. Who gives a fuck?
Wait, what debate is on?
The Republican, the RNC's debate. I'm just interested, boys. I'm just
interested in what?
Who gives a
What do you say? They're all saying the exact same thing. Are we going to close the borders? Of course we are. God damn it.
Yeah. I'm going to lower the goddamn taxes.
You will not have an abortion, or I will shoot you in the face. You shoot.
I'll keep it up for y'all so y'all can watch too.
Ron DeSantis. They should have a drinking contest on how many times Ron DeSantis says woke.
I would vote for any of these guys if they killed themselves. One of them kills themselves to get my vote.
What do you mean? I like Nikki Haley. Nikki Haley's a family friend.
I don't even know who that is. I'm not a government person, a politics person. Is that a man or a girl?
He wears a Pentagon shirt that was clearly given to him by my family.
Yeah, it was. But guess what? A guy, when I went to the sub shop down the street, offered to give me a free soda because I was wearing this, by the way.
No way. Mike's, he wanted to,
I was at Nick's place, and the guy said, what's that shirt? I was like, oh, my aunt used to work there. She's like, you should grab yourself a drink. I was like, don't mind if I do, sir. One for the government, one for the good guys.
You know what? When you put it like that, I think I did earn this drink.
And listen, he was from a different country, so he was showing respect. Showing respect to an American.
That's actually why you don't work at the Pentagon. That guy's a terrorist, Tony.
No, it's good. That's why he was giving out sodas. So I would suspect him.
Yeah.
It was a bit of an IOU.
You work at the Pentagon? Oh, shit. Well, how did you get yourself in all these
I hope this Mountain Dew will help you misremember things here today.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, I liked watching Demario Douglas cook. I mean, he was fine in the soft spots in the zone. Your boy,
nobody cooks like our SEC stand, Mr. Boutte, though. That boy is quick.
When he got that, you heard that fucking ball pop on his paws. You heard it pop.
So quick too. He had the separation like you read about.
I mean, and then he broke away. He fucking ran up the middle and broke away from the guys. They were saying he was running like 5-0 in the fucking 40.
Right. The kid's healthy. Kid's ankle's back. Again, he's got dad strength. He's back.
I love it.
Yeah, if these guys were... Here's how I break down the receivers. Like, if they were basketball players, like, Boutte is just like a hooper. Like, he can just show up into the pros, and he's, like, didn't get, like, the recognition he deserved, but, like, he's just, like, a natural, can score. Tyquan Thornton was that, like, classic, like, oh, this guy has the length, he has the size, he has the speed, like, and then you overdraft him. And then Douglas is one of those guys that was just like a point guard for his school.
He's an
that you don't know.
Thomas type. Douglas. Tyquan Thornton's going to get the Foxborough flu. I hope you guys are ready for it because Boutte cooked again today at practice. 2 touchdowns in 11 on 11 against the starting team.
Do people really think Bourne is gone? Like, I read a long thing about him getting traded.
No, because
Did you see how good Bourne was in the preseason game?
People are overvaluing the second-round pick of Tyquan Thornton. That's why he's getting the Foxborough flu. He's going to get the Foxborough flu. And then...
I read something today about Hunter Henry being higher paid than Travis Kelce, and I support Hogs, but that's crazy. That's a crazy thing that's happening.
That is
a bigger cap. He has a
signed after. Yeah, I don't know.
He has a bigger cap hit. Bigger cap hit than Travis Kelce. Wait, Tyler, what are you doing?
The microphone in your freezer.
I'm trying to make a cocktail here.
I don't know how we ended up in your fucking ice maker. Like this is a professional podcast.
I mean, clearly, I need a cocktail to finish.
Oh, you're so hairy. I can see your hair through your shirt. That's
Look at all
unbelievable.
the handprints in your stainless steel fridge.
Hey, listen, I have a kid, all right? I have a baby.
Your
You should've
baby
seen
is
me
not
on Dad
walking
Duty
around. I'll
tonight.
tell you that.
I gave my baby a bath
God bless.
by myself, fed her, put her to bed, all by myself. Easy peasy, if we're being honest.
Please.
Standards-
And everyone, the
standards
women
are
make
very low
They
for
make
men.
it look so hard. Why do they make it look so hard? It's so easy.
It was simple, really.
Oh yeah, Tony, it's easy. I've met your youngest.
Yeah.
I know. I get it.
She's fucking. I've got the reins on her now. I own her now. We're currently potty training the menace. It's going terrifically. She took a shit on the floor last night, right next to me. I go, all right, we're in a diaper because she pees like. Give me like 9 out of 10. She'll pee on the toilet. She'll tell me she has to go. I'm like, this is great. And I can't get the poop down. She's like, just tell me you got to go. The potty. She'd go, okay. And all of a sudden I smell a fart. I'm like, and I look to my left, like she's below the couch. Like, while I'm sitting on the couch. I'm like, oh no. I just looked. There's a log on the floor. I said, God damn it. I got to pick this up. I said, this is exactly what I was talking about. And she's so fucking smart. She can like already speak, but she's like, I pooped. I was like, yeah, I can fucking tell.
That's fun. It feels like a solid log, if we're being honest.
Yeah,
I feel like kids just do good poops.
Yeah, they're all solid now at this age. I mean, as long as they're not wearing diapers, they're coming out in full loggage. And she's a big eater too, so they're always, a hearty meal, a hearty meal log. You just hear it plop on your floor.
I think Bourne might lead the team and might be our best receiver.
Some of the greatest segues of all time on this pod. We just slide seamlessly into football chatter.
There's no way, Tyler. There's no way Juju's gonna be your best receiver. Every time he plays, Mac throws it to him. It doesn't matter what route he runs. It doesn't matter if he's covered.
Are you sure Juju does? I think he's been throwing to Bourne more than anybody, right? I mean, he's been spreading it out
in preseason games, but at practice, if you look at the practices, they just Mike Reese will be the only one to mention. It'll be like, oh yeah, and Juju Smith-Schuster had 9 catches on 10 attempts.
Gesicki was back in practice. Gesicki was back in the red non-contact, but that's okay.
That's huge for you. No, he's not playing this week. We don't need him to play.
No, he's got 2 weeks to rest up for the Eagles. They're gonna shred that secondary in the seams. I bet they're gonna score 30 points against the Eagles, and people don't see it coming.
If anybody's going to stop Jalen Hurts, it's going to be Bill Belichick.
I don't know if they're going to stop anybody, but they're gonna stop that team. Probably not, but they're going to score 30 points, and it's going to shock. It's going to shock everyone.
Problem.
Yeah, the offensive line is a fucking pro. That's true. I mean,
they'll be fine though.
Ramondre looked right. I mean, he was cutting through the fucking backup guards like it was no problem. He sliced through it.
A window essentially just saves the right side of the line for the most part.
Well, he's the best. Well, him or Andrews is technically the best because he's like the leader. But Winu is our best lineman, right?
Yeah. Well, I mean, by a stretch, and David Andrews is not the best just because he's a leader either. That's a crazy thing to say.
He's on the back 9 of his career here too. I mean, Strange needs to step it up. Trent Brown needs to step it up, and then I don't know. They just got to figure out right tackle, and I think they're okay. If
you were to lose Andrews or Uwenu, I think losing Andrews might be a bigger loss.
Yeah, because you could manufacture outside, pass protection with running backs and tight ends. You can't stop a center from fucking getting bulldozed, and then that ruins everything.
Well, you don't need a right tackle anymore because you got Zeke. Zeke just is gonna block. That's what he's here for.
Thick Zeke is here. He's gonna. I don't know. They said that Mike Reese was tweeting that he's gonna be a red zone threat, a goal line threat.
I love Mike.
We're gonna have 2,000-yard rushers.
But they're gonna. I think that Ramondre Stevenson fantasy owners are gonna be very upset because I feel like Zeke is gonna be playing every second down.
If they're inside like the 15-yard line, it's gonna be Zeke on like a screen and then Zeke up the middle. That's what it's gonna be.
And going back to the old Patriot teams where it was they would start the game with Burkhead and Blount and Dion Lewis, and then Burkhead and White. And then finish with Blount in the fourth quarter. I think you're going to see Zeke getting a lot of like fourth quarter. We're up by 7 carries, just trying to like.
Well, I mean,
Oh,
him and Ramondre are the same thing. You just give them both the ball.
They're both
just
like bulls. And then,
who's your number 3, though? Who's your 3 back? Is it Pierre Strong?
Pierre.
Like,
and I think that fucking what's-his-face is gone because he's not an NFL guy. He's a good practice squad guy, like last-second addition, like if you need a running back because somebody's injured. But, like, he can't.
What's his name?
Kevin, what's his name, from South Carolina.
What about Ty Montgomery, though? He's back.
Yeah, he could be number 4.
He's big, too.
I saw a fucking crazy thing from the guy from WEI, the new guy that's writing for them, Cadlick or whatever. He did like his, I'm a sucker for a roster projection this time of year. So I'm looking on it, and I'm like, he's got 6 receivers. So I'm like, yes, you have to have 6 receivers no matter what. He's got 3 tight ends. I'm like, that's fucking crazy. And then he had 2 kickers. He carried Folk and Ryland.
Respect, I love it.
And I'm like, what the fuck is this? He's carrying Ryland to kick the kick, take the kickoffs. And then Folk to kick the field goals. I'm like, this is a waste. Why?
Why
can't ride with the rookie? You have to. I mean, you can get Nick Folk on the practice squad if you wanted to.
Or you can go get
at all.
You can go get 10 other Nick Folks. Thank you for the streak. It was fun. It's over. The shit's over.
He was. No, I mean, you don't need him. Like I get it. He was like a good guy, and he's decent. He's a good NFL kicker, but he's old and he doesn't have the leg anymore for cold weather.
If you can't make it from 50 on my team, I don't want you on my team.
That's kind of probably what they're deciding is like, all right, do you want a guy who's never going to miss from 43 in? He's just not going to miss. He hits those every time. Or do you want a guy who, will be able to hit something from 55, but might miss something from 43?
But he also he can also kick off.
Yeah, well, that's ridiculous.
He kicks it. You remember how bad special teams were? He's good at that.
Yeah, Nick Folk can't kick off, so it's like.
But what's up with these punters? Can't figure this out.
I don't understand that
fucking
either.
Learn how to kick off.
Some of them
only
have to kick. Like that's what Bailey did. He kicked off and could punt. That was why he was good for a while.
McAfee did it. A lot of people did it.
By the way, our new punter, the punter's a weapon. Our new punter's a weapon.
He was throwing fucking missiles into the air. 260 plus. We had guys punting 30 last year.
Bill.
That Pilardi fatso was kicking 30s.
Hey, you give us an edge and you give us a punter and it's game over.
That's Patriot football.
Is there anything better than a guy that sets the edge but also will punt 60 plus? Because I'll tell you right now.
There was a video I meant to send you guys. I think it was a Jaguars DN who was mic'd up and he comes off the line and he just screams as he's coming off the line, "I set edges!" And then the running back,
get him up to New England.
Hey, the running back just gives him a juke, and he just goes, "Oh!" and falls down as he gets juked.
His fucking ankle snapped in half.
He comes off the field and tells that exact story. It's hilarious. I was like, "Oh, this is what we need."
Yeah,
this is us.
I love a guy that sets an edge, or at least wants. Give me a guy that has a little want to. You know what I mean?
Yeah, someone who screams it right as the ball snaps.
Who's that one guy that was like the most fucking replaceable edge presence we had that we won the last Super Bowl with, and then he played like another year or two. He was an Ohio State guy. He was a big, tall, white guy, and I can't remember his name, but he was like the best edge setter. He just sat at the edge and just stood there. Like the greatest edge setters we always had, like Ninkovich, Vrabel, just random duplicates of the same person.
Yeah, we're I feel like Patriots fans hated them because if you were semi-athletic, you could just run around them pretty easily. But they did actually set the edge constantly. They were super disciplined, just no talent.
They don't love no sack numbers. So when they see 5 sacks at the end of the season, this guy sucks. He sucks.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
What's funny is right now you can see KP on the video just staring past, just watching people. They're going, "What are we gonna do at the border?" Enough of these immigrants.
Cartels are the ones bringing fentanyl. The cartels.
We were deep into taxes here, and I just want to see what we're working with. Because right now,
you don't have a job.
Yeah, you have no income.
Why are you worried about taxes?
Listen, I'm worried about y'all. I'm worried about y'all.
You work for the government. The government, you guys don't pay taxes.
Look,
we both have the same fucking. We trampled over each other to say the same insult.
Yeah, just dove. Dove.
I'm worried about Mac. I need them to not raise taxes so we can raise Mac at a lower rate here. We get a better gig for Mac because
You know what they should do in the NFL is they need to figure out a way that everyone's on the same playing field. Because I don't like that fucking, you could play for the Miami Dolphins, which, I mean, let's face it, Miami's a better city than fucking Foxborough. But, like, the fact that there's no taxes in Florida is just elite. Like, how do you beat, like, an $80 million contract in Florida versus, like, a $100 million one in Foxborough?
I can tell you that. Have you ever been to Jacksonville?
No,
Yeah.
but, I mean...
Jacksonville.
Yeah.
There's a reason I cited
city
Miami.
there.
I didn't cite Jacksonville on purpose.
Well, they must be dominating the NFL with all their success, right? Oh, wait,
But
they probably haven't won a playoff
They
game
do get a lot of free agents,
decades.
though. When they're
Yeah.
shit, they sign all the free agents, which happens
If
like
they
once
get
every 3
Jonathan,
years.
all right. So if they do get Jonathan Taylor, we might have an issue here in the AFC East. We already have a few issues because he's going to be.
Dolphins? Is that who they're saying that he's going to? Who cares?
That's like one of the teams in on him. Yeah.
I don't care about Dolphins. I mean, fucking, who cares? The Dolphins. You can keep building your super teams, boys. It never works. When's the last super team to win a Super Bowl?
2 is going to be healthy.
It was built on free agent superstars. The Rams won. They did it once, and they didn't even win, actually. It took them like 2 more years.
Keon White is going to take Tua Tagovailoa, and he's just going to make him minced meat. That's all.
How about fucking Keon White getting starter treatment in game 2?
He deserves starter treatment. You know why? Because he's a starter.
They said, you know what? We've seen enough, Keon. You sit it down.
They did the same thing with old Pop Douglas. Pop Douglas, come in, get your 2 catches, go sit on the bench, bro.
Yeah, warm up. Boutte is playing deep into the game, but that's, whatever. He's still trying to earn it. Tyquan Thornton he's reps. Because I'm telling you, Tyquan he's injured right now. He's fucking edging on Foxborough flu right
I don't
now.
know, but when he played in the preseason, Arkansas's governor's talking. When in the preseason, lost my train of thought, so I'm just going to stop here. Yeah. You guys got me.
Arkansas governor.
Here's the thing. Our average weight of an adult is 268 pounds. We can get that up. We need to show how big and strong we are.
Look at our fucking democracy wielding big bellies we got over here in Arkansas.
All you have to do to win the Republican ticket is just say you're going to drop the insulin prices by $50.
What are we talking about? I just lived in Mass, and y'all's governor is this like butch lesbian woman who's like, what was her thing? Dribble something. What her stupid slogan? I heard it on the radio.
I don't know. Massachusetts just got voted the #1 state to live in the country. So
who voted for it? Who voted for it? Did you, Tony, and Frankie vote for it? Because I'm sure
the country.
I don't like living in Massachusetts. I love living in Saugus, though. I know that. I don't know if you guys saw the Kowloon Wedding, but I mean, it was a pretty big deal.
I mean, there's rumors going around that the Malcolm Go Twitter was featured on an
I know. I was not a supporter of the Kowloon Wedding. To be fair, I don't like them shutting down a non-Saugonian shutting down my restaurant. On a Saturday night. I don't like it one bit.
I want to say how did they afford that?
I'll tell you, they were $300 million or whatever the fuck they had, and it must have cost them $300,000 to shut that bitch down. I'll tell you right now. I mean, I don't know how much amount of cash they pull in on the night. Easy. I mean, it costs 11 cents for the food to be made. They pay the workers in the food, so it's like
they also. I feel like they're indentured servants. I don't want to speak ill.
No, we're not. I mean, this is a Kowloon supportive podcast, but
that's all. You guys are really let's not pretend talking down to our title.
Let's not pretend we haven't been in Saugus our whole lives, and there didn't used to be a white house in the parking lot. Where,
I was gonna say there used to be a house in the parking lot.
Yeah, you were never there, KP, when they had a house in the parking lot.
And I think I went when I was a child, and I remember that. Vaguely here.
I think
never once was a shade up.
No.
There
was 250 workers going in there from an underground tunnel, though. I'll tell you that. Because you never saw anybody go in or out. It was just in the parking lot. And everyone's like, where's this house and what is happening?
They put up a screen in the back of the Oh
no. Did I lose all my friends? AP?
Oh, we're talking.
Oh, you were talking. We lost you for a second. What happened, boys?
No, it was you.
Oh, it was?
So they put up a screen in the parking lot they put it on shipping containers, Once
No.
they got their employees shipped in, they just left them. They just left the shipping containers.
Yeah, now
Like, we don't need
it's
to
like
return these
your
ones.
home is now a movie theater, boys. Enjoy.
Like, yeah, that was good. It only
Let's
took me
not
14
be
minutes to
rude.
get that out.
Let's not be rude to the great Kowloon and that boy's tacky wedding. No one cares.
Classiest
You're not from
thing-
Saugus. You don't get to have a Kowloon wedding. Fucking do it somewhere else. So
The,
I did not like that you supported it on Boston.com, and I was just looking through the website, and I said, "Oh, come on, KP." You fucking,
I'm pro.
I said, "You're gonna
Look,
get
I'm
fucking
pro
toasted here?"
anything. I'm pro anything Kowloon. The classiest move ever and the best move I've ever made is I go into the Kowloon only on days when the snake's working, and Andy taps us on the shoulder and says, "Don't worry about it, fellas." That's just he thinks I'm on the force. That's all there is to it.
The snake loves a good free Kowloon, or we call it a free loon nowadays. I mean,
The Snake's boy he's looking great. That kid is huge.
there's the Snake Junior. Yeah.
He looks powerful. He looks like a strong boy.
He's got California blood. You see that flow? He's ready to surf.
He has nice flow. Yeah, he's wiry. He looks strong.
He's
Good
wired. He's
looking
gonna be
kid.
one of those. He's a grappler. He's gonna be a grappler.
He'd probably be in the 204 this year if I had to be
204.
honest.
None of my kids want to go in the 204. Oh,
No, I don't. I recommend they don't go to the
they,
204.
they don't want to see dad in his element.
You talk shit to kids their age. They definitely don't need to be up there.
You want to come in a Buffalo Bills jersey? You're gonna hear about it, boy. You like Josh Allen?
What
do you?
Hey, what are your thoughts on changing the name of the pod to Section 204?
It's kind of a ripoff on the fucking. What do you call
Just
it?
completely ripping off.
Is it Carabas? We're also from Saugus. I'm also the Saugus Rocket.
Yeah.
Same guy.
Yeah, we can change it. You do feel like the Saugus Rocket type guy.
The Saugus.
Oh, we need to talk about that. Oh, Jesus.
What?
Have you guys seen the Tyson Fury show on Netflix?
Certainly not.
You haven't seen it? It's great. It's like a Tyson Fury reality show. He's fucking crazy. Heavyweight champion of the world.
I know who he
Real
is.
life
He's like the
gypsy.
Gypsy King, right?
Yeah, it's great.
What's it on?
It's on Netflix. It's a documentary of his life, and like he's retired. He's bipolar. He's out of his mind. He's fucking crazy.
No, you're telling me the biggest boxer in the world has mental health issues? I would
He
never
has like
doubt.
7 kids, 8 kids of all
yeah.
ages. Like he's crazy, and he's lifting weights, right? And like his dad is like lives in this field in like a wagon, and they just lift weights and run every day. They're just
Caravan,
wild.
please. The caravan.
So he's just like pumping. He does like the weirdest thing. He just moves weights around. Like I don't even think it's like a good
He's
workout.
a big,
It's just
like bulky guy, right?
yeah, just
What
like
a-
a
Not a hint of muscle, right? Just
no.
yeah. I know who he is anyway.
And so he's just like in the middle of a workout. He's sweating. He has his beard, his bald head. He's just pulling weights. And Nina just looks like she's like, I don't know. For some reason, he reminds me of Tony. I'm like, oh no.
How's the sex appeal
Oh,
on this
no,
Tyson
no,
Fury?
No.
How's the sex?
He has 7 kids, Tony. He has 7 kids.
I know, but
Probably-
I don't know if Nina's into him or anything. I mean, I have older man like vibes because I'm a little bit older than Tyler, but I'm a lot older than Nina. So I know that like maybe she's like like girls are like enamored by the older gentleman. You know.
I had to move like a decently heavy box the other day, and she saw me struggling with it, and I think she was just like, I don't
She
know.
threw on the Tyson Fury documentary again.
Yeah.
Hold on real quick. I gotta check something out. This guy's fucking holding a boulder. No, I mean, he's not a handsome guy, which is kind of upsetting. I mean, he is bald and has a beard. I mean, I could be, I guess,
I mean, he's a heavyweight champion of the world.
yeah, I guess. All right, I'll take heavyweight champion of the world fucking
Yeah.
comparison. I mean,
You know,
any
I
day
would
of the week.
killed. Yeah.
There's
I know that
another
his
doc-
younger brother is like handsome, so I'd like to be like that. I'd rather be compared to a handsome guy than the heavyweight champion of the world, if we're being honest. But
He's got a full head of hair, Tony. That'll never be you. The doc that comes out tonight that's big is the Bishop Sycamore one's out tonight.
oh, is that on
so
ESPN or is it on Netflix?
No, it's I think it's Hulu or HBO.
What is it?
Oh, it was HBO. Yeah, I gotta see that.
What dog?
That guy is the greatest scam artist besides Bernie Madoff of our
I
generation.
don't know if he's a great
spent-
scam artist. He got cut almost instantly. He had like
What are you
What are you guys
85
talking about? I
It's
don't
the-
know who you're talking
You
about.
remember Bishop Sycamore was the school in
It's
Ohio that pretended they were like a great like prep school basically, and they got on
got
ESPN,
on
to play that Florida school. That
They played IMG Academy. My
Yeah.
friend's the pitching coach there, and during the game, it was on TV. It was like 70-4. I said, "What's going on?" And he said, "This is the worst football game I've ever been to."
Yeah.
And turns out they were all like 20 years old, though.
Yeah, but
That's hilarious.
They were 20, but like not good at football either. And that this guy just lied and said they had like all these great recruits, and they're like this number in the country and all this shit, and they just go to play like a football school that's like made to make college football players, and they just mercilessly killed them. And I think they played a second game, didn't they?
I think about that though. Like, how good do you think you would be at high school football right now?
Man, you could get a quarter out of me before I was out of gas.
That's what I was thinking. I would have a groin pulled just
on strength alone, I'd be owning for a while, and then be like,
all right,
then I'd be just out of gas ASAP.
Yeah, but these kids are like, they're deadlifting like 400 pounds.
I don't care.
Do you
have you ever fight your dad? I was fucking strong as fuck in high school. I was benching over 300 and squatting over 300. I was in the 1,000-pound club, I'll have you know, as a senior, at a gentleman's 195, by the way. And my dad would throw me around the house, no problem. And he was about 160, not a hint of muscle on him.
I am still taking your dad in a fight, if we're being honest.
Yeah, no doubt I'm taking him.
He's got a little more fire than I got. Plus, there's been a lot of Paxil in my day. So let's be honest, I've been pacified. I'm like kind of like Mike Tyson when he was fucking in his heyday, and he was like, I'm on the Zoloft to keep from killing y'all.
Do you think if we put a team together of our group text and we had Mac Jones at quarterback with a above average offensive line, we could beat a high school team?
Well, you know how
an NFL quarterback and fucking
know how athletic he is.
Mac Jones could win it by himself.
He's throwing us the ball. Like,
but he would also
give me a ball in space.
He would rush for like 300 yards. He would dominate.
He's not that slow either. He can run in the fucking league. He's not fucking. I mean, he's faster than Brady, but he's not Josh Allen. You know what I mean? He's in the middle there.
Yeah,
I think the more I watch Mac, the more I'm on board with the 4,030. There's no way he does it.
Oh yeah, we should talk about the Patriots.
I think rookie year Mac stats. Mac's going 4,030 this year. That's happening right in our face.
I could see 4,030 easy with Bill O'Brien.
A graphic today, and it was all the quarterbacks drafted in Mac's class. So it was like Trevor Lawrence, whatever, and it was just their stats.
Yeah,
Trevor Lawrence and Mac have almost the same stats.
Because Trevor Lawrence was shit his rookie year, and then he was great last year. Mac Jones was shit last year, and he was good the first year. So
Trevor Lawrence has 1,000 more yards, and he's played 3 more games. So I mean,
they have the same amount of touchdown to interceptions. He has a little more rushing yards, but like,
and they were both fucked for a year with the coach. Like Urban Meyer fucked
exactly.
Trevor Lawrence, and what's his face fucked Mac last year.
Bill Belichick is his name. Bill Belichick said we could blame him, so I'm blaming Bill. That's what I'm doing.
He's been blamed. I see Nina in the background. Ty getting nervous.
Can we get her thoughts on Ty? Did she have?
I'm gonna start lifting shit back here. Huh?
Did you have sexual appeal to Tyson Fury? That was the question.
Yeah, I do actually. I lost my train of thought because now I'm just trying to sexy up myself. I'm trying to get my jawline. I'm trying to put my jawline back into fucking.
Who has the most? All right, so who has the most touchdowns for the team this year? If you had besides Ramondre, he's out.
No
I
running
don't think
backs
it's
included.
Ramondre, by the way.
No. I should have said somebody that catches the ball.
Ramondre only had 8 touchdowns last year. It's not like he's this.
Yeah, but
now he's by himself, kind of. Now he's got Zeke. So I'm gonna say, if I was to say receiving touchdowns,
say anyone. Include anyone, because
Hunter Henry.
No, that was my take, and I thought it was going to be hot. So I'm.
He's a red zone threat. I mean, he's not, and I think Gesicki's going to be right behind him. I mean, I think they're all going to have. I mean, this probably the least amount of touchdowns is going to be like the slot guys. You know what I mean? I think Parker's going to have a lot of touchdowns, but not a lot of yards.
Me too.
I think Gesicki's
going to have a lot of touchdowns. I think Hunter's going to have a lot of touchdowns, and I think all the yards are going to be Juju, Demario Douglas, Gesicki. You know, all those guys, the slot guys, get, it's the same thing that they did with Edelman and fucking Jacoby Myers and even Welker. But it was just like they gobble up all the yards, and then the big guys get touchdowns.
Have you guys heard Edelman on the Kelsey Brothers podcast?
That was fun. He's a funny guy.
I only heard excerpts.
You gotta listen to the whole thing because it's great. He just tells Belichick stories, and it's the fucking one of his stories.
That's literally the only thing he does on any podcast. I don't know.
It's the best.
Yeah, it is. I do love good Glory Day stories, and Julian Edelman loves to talk pro Patriots talk.
And because he's a super he loves Belichick, he loves the Patriots, but also Belichick, you could tell really just liked him. He just liked that he's a football player. I think that's probably why what they tried to do with Tebow. Thinking oh, Tebow's just a football player. Maybe we can turn him into an Edelman type. It's no, Edelman was talented, but he just tells stories. He's fucking Edelman. You know who that guy is right there? And it's like Matt Light on the wall. He's oh yeah, you don't fucking know him, do you? God damn it, the guy only has 3 fucking Super Bowls. You fucking idiot. It's hilarious.
Just obliterate him. I mean, that's one of Belichick's big things is every player has to know everything about everybody else, which is the craziest shit because I was watching was the preseason game? But it must have been. And they were just asking random players like Jalen Mills and fucking rookies. They're whose dad's from Germany? And they were every single person knew was Nick Folk. Every single person. I'm what the fuck? How would you know that? I don't even know where my fucking father's from.
Well, Edelman said that they get a binder with where everyone's from, everyone's name. So you have to learn it. But he said back when he did it, you had to go out and learn the janitors, who serves you food, all those people's names, the security guards' names. You just had to learn them organically. But now you get a binder, but you need to know everyone's name is kind of a thing and what they're about.
Yeah, I guess it builds the team. It's just insane to me. I can't even remember fucking my kids' names. Forget about fucking the janitor. That would never happen.
I'm the worst name person of all time. I forget.
Awful.
Occasionally I'll look at a cousin of mine and be it's
you. I've seen you. I've seen you in the Christmases.
Starts with a G.
Want to say Steve.
I was a Dom. I went to Dom at we went out to dinner at his work. He brings you to his club. And some guy sees him and he's talking. And he's hey, how's it going? And then another guy walks up and he's I want to say Michael. And he's it's George. And he's all right, well, what are you going to do?
Now I'll remember George.
That the kid didn't even care. He just got his name so wrong. And it was kind of perfect.
Yeah, I mean, if you're working in a place, those hoity-toity places, it would pay to learn and remember these people's names, I would think.
Nope,
if you feel if they feel they know your name, you're tipping hard.
No,
this is a fellow employee who fell below Dom.
Fuck that guy. Yeah, fuck him. I don't care what your name.
I have a question, Patriots question. Is this the best? I need to rank this 1-2 punches. This is the best 1-2 punch of running backs we've had since
Dion Lewis Blunt. Dion Lewis Blunt.
I was going to say James White is.
But he was a one.
He was
James White.
He was who was his bell cow though. Blunt was ahead of him too.
So,
Corey Dillon and Kevin Falk.
Oof, that's better than Blunt.
Pretty Corey Dillon, Kevin Fox, pretty good.
You know who was I always liked, but just couldn't figure it out was Ridley. I always liked Ridley a lot.
Too. Well, he blew out his ACL on a couple of years that he was going to be good.
And he always was if he fumbled, they really put him in the doghouse guy.
Yeah. He fumbled in the playoffs too against Baltimore. And he got knocked out.
So in reality, that was
I'm going to say that was before concussions mattered to people because he got knocked fucking out cold, literally on the field. And he was gone, fumbled. It was the playoffs, and people were booing him coming off the field. He was fucking lights out, and they were fuck you, Ridley. He was fucking.
He was mid-air when he fumbled that.
But yeah, it was so vicious when it was it was when Tom Brady was playing, any mistake by anybody else, especially in the playoffs, you were going to get fucking reamed out by everybody because you were wasting a Tom Brady year. And that was just the way it was. So they had a chance to come back in that Baltimore game. Ridley gets knocked out, concussed clearly, drops the ball, and booed him off the field. I'm yeah, that's what's going to happen because you're wasting a Tom Brady year by losing this game. You've raised a hand, Tyler. How are you?
I don't know. I didn't know what that was. I thought it'd be fun.
So I'm
having a good time here.
Me too. Hey, listen, we're all amped about the The offense.
Look, I think this is an easy 12 to 13 win team here.
You're going up a win a week at least. Every they. By the way, we should say, do we think it was weak of the Belichick regime to cancel joint practices with the Titans over that hit?
No, I like it. You're getting ready for a real game. You don't joint practice on a game week.
What's the fucking difference? I guess joint practice game. It's not even a game. I mean, it's fucking.
It's
basically a practice because everyone's just out there fucking. I mean, you're hitting, but like it's the same as like if you're scrimmaging in practice. What's the difference?
Yeah, but this is the most rookies we've played since I don't know the last time we played this many rookies. So you need to get them used to a real game week here.
Yeah, but they did that game week 1, and then week 2 they did joint practices, and the guy got hurt, which sucks. But like, okay, you're gonna cancel practices for it? I don't get it.
We haven't even talked about Isaiah Boutte just being knocked out on the field. So I hope he's all right.
He seems okay.
He's fine. I mean, he's gonna get the Fox.
Like he's all right.
That was a Foxborough flu hit if I ever saw one. I'll tell you that.
But
if I've ever seen one.
What about the injuries today? You heard
Douglas was hurting. Gonzalez got hurt. That's all I heard of.
It was one more. Someone else came up injured. Didn't finish practice.
But they didn't leave practice.
Hunter Henry.
Oh yeah, Henry. Yeah, but
but Henry's fine. Henry's been raised
dog.
up.
He's a hog.
No, he's a hog. Yeah. He's not a dog. He's a hog.
He's still a dog though. But I don't know. They'll be fine. They got 2 weeks. Fuck them. They'll listen. You're playing week 1. We're gonna beat the Eagles on Tom Brady Day. The world's gonna fucking. They've been writing us off. Everyone says the Patriots are no good, and they're going to hear it. It's going to be in the air. It's going to be bulletin board material. All the fucking Stephen A. Smiths and all the people that are, like the real people that know are like fighting back. Like Dog, fucking Mad Dog Chris Russo is talking shit to these talking head women that have just been hired by ESPN this week. They were just shitting on the Patriots the other day, and I was like, who's this fucking broad? Should I say broad on the air?
Honestly, it is wrong because... Not wrong, actually. That was a dumb thing to say, but for some reason, like, I get annoyed of people who don't know football, who talk football as it is. Granted, they're probably those
very
people.
Cam Newton-esque right now.
But women who just blab and they don't know what the fuck they're talking about.
Well, they just got a talking point. The ESPN talking point is shit on Patriots because it gets views and it gets likes.
What are we talking about? I don't like any of the media, men or women. It's not just the women are probably more bearable than these dumb men.
No, but
Everyone hates the Patriots still, and the Patriots haven't been good in 5 years. It's very annoying. When do we start to be America's sweetheart again?
Yeah, they just get like, all right, here's what everyone's saying, so I'm going to say it too. It's like, I get like, oh, everyone's saying that the Patriots aren't going to be that good. That can't be what you say. You can't be like, oh, everyone's saying this, so this is what that doesn't mean anything. Well, how did you get on TV if that's how you're talking?
I don't know. It's because they're good looking, so that's what happens. Is that sexist? Maybe. I don't know. But
it's kind of infuriating. Like, I don't know.
Well, that's why I don't watch ESPN. I haven't watched fucking Sports Center since Stephen. Not Stephen A. Smith. The guy that was like Stephen A. Smith but died.
Skip.
No, not Skip.
Stuart Scott?
Stuart Scott. Yes, exactly.
Stuart Scott was good, though. He was fun.
I used to like watching. Cool as the other side of the pillow. He used to say funny stuff.
The best.
I like Scott Van Pelt. Scott Van Pelt's a fun fellow.
He was very similar. Because Stuart Scott invented that shit. He was like...
Well, if you get rid of Susie Colbert, Susie was the GOAT. Like,
Susie was great.
I would hear Susie's voice and be like, Monday Night Football is happening right now. They got rid of her.
Joe Namath's trying to finger her in the Meadowlands.
What?
Was it Ryan Anderson? Was that a... Oh, jeez.
That was fucking Joe Namath. What are you talking about?
No, Ryan Anderson was another staple of...
I remember him or her. I don't know who that is. I don't know.
All right. We really talked a lot of Patriots here.
What else is there to talk about? Yeah, DeMario Douglas looks good. The rookies look good. Mac looked good. I mean, he was climbing the pocket. I loved watching it. I mean, what else is there to say? I mean, it's fucking preseason football. Like,
it's not a lot.
Tell me, I mean, is Tyquan Thornton making this team? I don't think so, right at this point. At this point, I don't see Tyquan Thornton making
I think Pop's on flu watch if the shoulder.
I think Thornton's on. Thornton, I mean, DeMario Douglas is much more useful than Tyquan Thornton.
I agree with you, but if Thornton's shoulder even threatens to be like an issue, flu flu season
There's a
for the
reason
boy.
he's not playing. I'm telling you, he's a fucking starter. This is exactly like not the same position, but exactly like Dion Lewis. I'm telling you, he's like a similar player, like same height, same speed. They just one played running back, one plays receiver, and they hit him in preseason. And then fucking game one, they played the Pittsburgh Steelers, and they're like, they had Blunt, they had other running backs. I forget who they had James White, obviously. Burkhead, other guys, and they were like, and I was like, the fuck, Dion Lewis is starting? Like, he didn't even play in preseason, and he fucking erupted. He had like fucking 17 catches, 200 yards rushing. And everyone was like, the fuck is this? And he was unstoppable for like the first whole half of the year. So it's very similar to that, how I'm feeling.
All right, so who has the most yards? Who's going to have the most yards? Receiving.
Oh,
Parker
receiving.
or Bourne. Parker or Bourne.
I would say Schmidt-Schuster.
That's what I say. I think it's going to be. I think it'll be 2, and I think it'll be by a margin. How's that?
I think he's a 1,200-yard guy this year.
I don't think anyone breaks 1,000, if we're being honest.
No, I think Schuster is a run-after-catch guy. He's a 1,200-yard guy. And then I'm going to say Bourne, and then I'm going to say Gesicki. I'm telling you, I think that they're going to be like 1,200, 900, 800. I'm telling you, the floor for Gesicki is about 800.
I think we're going to have...
Go ahead.
I think we're going to have like 6 guys in like the 700-yard. Well, it's going to be like one of those like... It's going to be like everyone's going to eat this year.
Yeah, I think he's going to... Max distributing the ball well. I didn't like that one hospital ball he threw to Kendrick Bourne, but it was good for Bourne to go up and get it.
But he also getting dismantled as he threw it.
So. I mean, it was hard to like. He was like there was a guy like in his face as it was happening. So
look, Bourne got.
What you gonna do?
I didn't know Bourne had. I knew he was awesome like the year before. Not awesome. I knew he was very good the year before last. He had 800 yards. So I mean,
800 yards and like 50 catches.
So just do that again. Juju's going to be a red zone threat. Juju's big, and then Hunter Henry. I mean, let's do it. The boys are. I mean, I got 13. I might be at 14 by the end of the pod. We have 2 minutes left. I might be at 14.
What are we looking for this week? I mean, you're not going to get Mac. They didn't play Cunningham last week. They didn't play a lot of those guys.
You'll get Mac for a quarter, right?
I don't think so. I think they're going to shut him down.
No, Mac is done.
I think he's iced. And Zappy looks like dog shit.
By the way, I'm very
He's
so
fighting
happy.
Malik Cunningham for QB2 right now. Or Trey Lance
so
might be
happy
coming.
to see that
Trey Lance
loser.
might be coming.
No, the offensive line was so bad though. Zappy gets destroyed.
Good.
I mean, but they're not much better for Mac, but at least they're a little bit better for Mac. Zappy
But I
did
think
throw that
Zappy
touchdown.
is-
He threw that ball in, though. The kid's got zip. I'll give him that. He's got zip.
Zappy's my clear number 2.
Zapp's
If
got zip.
Mac goes down, Zappy's playing, but Malik is a guy they're going to bring on. He can play. He's just a football player.
Relax.
The minute
he was in college for
he
7
can't
years.
catch, though. He was tracking the ball in a pass to him, and I was like, this guy is fucking.
We're under a
lost.
minute. We're under a minute. So if I don't get to say anything else, I'm at 14 wins at this moment.
Mac Jones podcast until further notice. Yeah, of course. I'm gonna let this bitch end. We got fucking nothing. We rambled on. Had very little Patriots talk, but
Tony,
Good pod, I thought.
It was
This
a
is
good
what
one
we
as
needed.
usual. I mean, I don't know.
Yeah.
We'll figure it out. I'm gonna upload her. So as usual, we are the Malcolm Go podcast. Tony, Tyler, KP, zooming.
I'm going to be in studio. Week 1, I'm in studio.
I love it. Hey, we're gonna be on. I'll see you later, boys. I'm gonna continue in plugging here, and then all right, there they go. Fuck them. Anyway, so we're gonna be starting our Patreon, which will be the Patreon's already live, which is ad free, which I upload right after the podcast. But we're also gonna be doing Patreons from the tailgate. So all the tailgates are going to be podcasted, and we're going to be uploading those babies straight up to the Patreon only. So that will be fun for the people. And, that's a little bit of a different crew. That'll be me, the Snake, and my brother. And, we'll be enjoying that. We'll do that most of the time. And then, of course, the Patreon's always there, patreon.com/BalvinGalPodcast. The Twitter, I'm at Brady Disciple. I'm tweeting about this and then about the Patriots incessantly and then about other things. And then Malcolm Go Pod, which is technically my account, but has been hijacked by KP, and now he just tweets under people and starts fights. So that's basically what he does, and then somehow ends up in the Boston Globe. Tyler's, maybe it's Tyler. I don't think he ever tweets. Sometimes when he does, it's just some random thought in his head, like a Jerry Seinfeld thought about like Vietnamese food. And then that's it. I mean, what else we got? Oh, the Discord, discord.com/MalcolmGoPodcast. If you want to get on there, just sign up. I set out the link. You can join, just chat. It's fun. Everyone has a good time on there. We chat all during the games, after the games, and throughout the whole year. Really, it's just a good time. Of course, at some point, we're going to bring on the teens that have been hounding me. The North Shore teens that love the squad, love the podcast. That we're going to have Tony's Teen Talk. It's much like Teen Beat, where I'm like the Tyson Fury to the young kids in middle school these days. A Leo DiCaprio type. So that will happen soon when they're allowed to stay up late in podcast. So until then, go Patriots. Let's hope for no more injuries this week. And go Pats.
Do your job. All right, don't try to make too much out of it. Just do your job.
7-8 months ago, right? All from this moment. It's about honor. It's about respect. We win this game, you're honored. Your kids are honored. Your families are honored. We are three.
Stacked receivers, two to the right. Russell Wilson extends the hands he has. Wilson, quick throw. And it's intercepted. Intercepted by Malcolm Butler. Butler has it at the one. Malcolm Butler stepping.
Warner goes back to throw, and here's the blitz by Mike Vrabel. The pass is intercepted. It's caught by Kowloon. 30, 25, 20, 15, touchdown. Kowloon picks it up and takes it to the house. For Adam Vinatieri, 48-yard field goal attempt. Set to go, snap, ball down, kick up. Kick is on the way, and it is good. It's good. It's good. Adam Vinatieri booms a 48-yard field goal, and the game is over. And the Patriots are Super Bowl champions. The Patriots are Super Bowl champions. The best team in the
Hey! Did it.
I love you, man.
Did it, bro. I love you. I love you. You worked your ass off.
You're the greatest quarterback in the world, man.
Hey, I love you, man.